Hi everybody, it's Dr. AJ Nguyen here at Crudo Care. So we're excited to let everybody know about the COVID machine that we got. And this COVID machine is a PCR machine, and it also have the capability to check for flu A, flu B, and RSV at the same time. So I just want to do this training for our staff and also just make sure that everybody know how to use this. And from now on, we'll be able to offer our patient with the PCR COVID, with PCR flu A, PCR flu B, and also PCR RSV. The result you get is pretty much right away. You have to wait about 15 minutes or so to 20 minutes for it to warm up, and then you'll be able to get it. So to open the machine or turn it on, basically to turn it on, you guys have to remember to turn the bottom on first, then go to the top. When you turn it off, turn off the top first, then go to the bottom. So I wrote it on here so that everybody remember, and these are the sheet that we kind of recorded daily as well. So here you go, this thing called a module, so you can put the cartridge in. Once you turn it on, this is gonna flash green. And then there's an on button over here too. When you turn it on, this one automatically on. And then there's a little infrared light over here that to scan the cartridge, because the cartridge had the little barcode on here. So you scanned it, but do not touch this little thing back here. This is where the PCR read. If you bend it, it won't work. On the cartridge itself, there's a thin membrane tape that cover it so you won't spill the liquid inside. Okay, so we go over all of that in a little bit. And then I wrote it on here, you're supposed to clean this area with bleach wipe so that it won't contaminate it. And then when we do maintenance, we can clean inside with a mix of 1:9 bleach and water. So 1 cc of bleach, 9 cc of water, so 1:9 ratio. And then you do 3 pass, and then you give them 2-minute break between each pass, and then after that you let it dry and then do another pass. So total 3 pass, 2-minute break in between, and then avoid the backside, because in the backside there's a little hole there. That's where the little tail of the cartridge goes in. So you don't want to touch any of those. When you clean it, you clean the bottom, the top, the side, but not the back side. Okay. And then there's a rod coming down to sample. When you turn it on maintenance mode, you clean that too. Okay. And then, okay, so let's turn it on. So I'm gonna reach back here, and I'm gonna turn on the bottom, and I'm gonna reach back here, and I'm gonna turn on the top. So when it's on, now yesterday we did a training, and I'm already run a negative control. So today I'm gonna show you guys how to do a positive control. So when you set it up, this thing turns on, and then I have a sample here, and I have this sample here. But basically, it took a while for it to load up. We have 2 extra slots here for extra sample, but we currently didn't buy extra slot because we want to see how it worked first. So this thing turned on, it's a Windows 10. You swipe up, and then you put in your admin code, and then I'm gonna put, so that's our admin code. So now it turned on, so now you wait for a little bit, it will load, and then you can start it with the Gene Express. It's still loading, and then in the meantime, I want you to see the control. So these are negative control. The negative control we used yesterday, and positive control we didn't use yesterday, so it's say positive here. So what it is that these things are gonna be in the refrigerator. You take it out when you do control, and then when you finish, you put it back. So yesterday we did a negative control. Today we're gonna do a positive control. And I'm gonna use one of this holder, and I'm gonna put the control here. Now you see it boot up. You can turn this thing off at the end of the day, or you can turn it off once a week, so it doesn't matter. So when you try to log in, it will be Gene Expert. Okay, so Gene Expert. And then same thing. Expert. Enter. So now, so it archived all the result, but right now I don't have any results, so I'm gonna say no. So now 2 slots are available. These are the screen. You got a home screen, you got all the result. This is all the result. Yesterday I did the result for negative, so it show. And then whenever we do maintenance or QC, we can do that. Okay. So now we're gonna go home and we're gonna do new test. And then patient ID, I'm gonna put in the patient I used yesterday. I call him test patient. And then for our patient name, you put the name patient there, okay? And then you put an X, and then you click continue. And then now you confirm the patient ID, so you're gonna do that. And then sample ID, you can click. Our test patient was 25, so I click 25, and then I click continue. Now, this is the last step that you have to make sure it's correct, because when you do this, you cannot go back. If you want to cancel the test, there's a cancel button up here on the top right. You can cancel the test, so I will hit confirm. Select the cartridge and barcode, right? So we can upload here. Take one of these. I don't touch the back, and then I just scan it. And then now I want to do this because you want COVID, flu, and RSV together. So there you go. So that is how you do the patient. Let's show you what cancel test means. So I'm going to do cancel test to cancel test. Yes. So there you go. Let's go do the QC. So I'm going to run the QC negative, QC positive test. Okay. So we're going to do test. So that's for the real patient if you do that. Now this is for QC, so we're going to do test patient. So you guys see how I go into the QC, right? Let me cancel the test again. And up here, I'm going to go to QC, and I'm going to run QC positive because today we're going to do that. And then here, I click on it, and I write test patient. And then I click X, so this thing dropped down, and I click continue. And then now I confirmed it, and then it didn't ask me for ID, so I'm just scanning that. Now I'm clicking it. So now what it is register this cartridge, so you can't ever reuse it again once you're done. You click confirm. So now double check everything before, and then test patient, express ID test positive, confirm. So you are running positive quality control, and that's what I tell you. Okay, so you click continue, and it'll show you a video on how you do it. And here, so on the video, basically you have to shake the sample 5 times with the sample. You don't need to shake the sample anymore, but on the real patient sample, you shake it 5 times. You open it, and it got 2 little hole. So this one is middle hole. That is for the test to read. You cannot put the Q-tip in there. When you open this, you want to put the Q-tip in here, halfway, not the middle hole. Middle hole is for the machine rod. There's a metal titanium rod to go down and suck the sample up and run the sample. But you want to put your sample in here. So I just opened this thing. I'm gonna close it, and then I'm gonna text my positive control, and I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna take one of this. I'm gonna put it here just to make sure that I got my control. And then these for the real patient, so we don't use that, but it looked like this. And then we get one of the pipette here. So assuming we swap the patient already, we throw away this swap, and we're gonna take our pipette, we shake this, and we get the liquid from here. But now we have a control. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna open the control,
This is a positive control, and all the things already been cleaned. So I'm open this, and I'm gonna see that the pipette. So my pipette had the bulb on the top and the overflow, because they only take care of 300 microliter in here. So if anything more than 300 microliter, it's gonna go here. So I'm gonna go to my positive control. I squeeze on the bulb, I put it down, I suck everything in, and you can see that the overflow is over here, right? And then I open this, and I don't put it in the middle, I put it here about halfway, and I squeeze, and that's it. And so now I close it, and you can hear a click. This, you can put it in here and throw away. And I'm gonna throw away this positive sample control as well. So now, we click continue on this. So after the video show, you click continue, and then it flashing one of the module open. So you open the module, you place it in here, and that's it. And then it flashing, and then you close it, and then it will click. And then the test is running. Now, with the module, you cannot close it because it will bounce back up. And then this is the negative control that we ran yesterday, so we're gonna take that out, and we're gonna throw this away as well. Okay, so now the test is running. It takes about 30 minutes. It will count down. When it's run, it will tell you if positive, because it's a positive control. So while we're waiting on that, when you run the test, you can run another test because the module is still open, but you cannot quit it, because if you quit the screen, i.e. go back to window or click lock out on here, then it will stop the test and you waste the test. Okay, so on here I wrote it 30 minutes until it open. In other words, once you open this, it lasts for 30 minutes. So don't use this and then swap and open this and have the sample sitting here over 30 minutes. Don't do that. You can swap the patient and have this sit around while you wait, and then when you're ready, you can put it in here and then run it, because once you open it for 30 minutes, it won't work anymore. So don't connect it until you're ready. Okay, and then that's pretty much the idea. So remember to scan it with the infrared over here. That will run the test, and then now we just wait for the sample to be done. Once you're done, you can turn off the machine, or you can leave it until the end of the day. And once you've done it, you can turn it off at the end of the day. Remember, when you turn it off, the top first, then the bottom. It can also connect to the printer to print out the result for the patient, or we can put it into the EMR system and print it out for the patient. Now, this is a manual lock, and I want everybody to kind of remember, so these are run daily. So basically we need to clean our station daily, close all the module door. So this is already closed. Discards all the sample that we already done. Weekly, you have to power down. If you don't power down daily, you have to power down weekly. And then you have to clean up around your station and clean the fan. We have to clean the fan in the back. I recommend to clean the fan every Sunday. And then for monthly, you also have to purge all the result into the hard drive in here instead of have it in the program, because sometimes all the result in the program will make it run slower. And then also every 3 months you have to clean the rod. The rod will come down if you go to maintenance mode, and then that's with the bleach. That's every 3 months. And then yearly you just check for instrument maintenance yearly. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much. Now we'll be able to do PCR COVID, flu COVID, and RSV PCR in our office. Hopefully help a ton of people. Thank you guys.